Hi everybody, my name is Kimberly and I am so glad that you're here. You push play because you have an all-inclusive vacation coming up and I could not be more excited for you. My husband Scott and I have been going to all-inclusive resorts for about 15 years and it is just such a great way to truly get away, relax, decompress, take in the beautiful scenery. You are going to have the best time. I would love to know where you're going. Please share your excitement with me. Tell me in the comments which resort you're headed to, if you're celebrating anything. You're gonna have so much fun. I'm super glad that you're thinking ahead because packing for an all-inclusive trip, it's a little different than other types of trips where, you can pop into CVS if you forget something. It's easy maybe to drop into a department store if there's a clothing item that you forgot, but you're either going to pay really high prices at the gift shop on property, or you're gonna have the hassle of getting a taxi and going off property. It's just much easier to have what you need, and then you get to do what you went for, which is just relax. So I've made 3 videos to help you out. This one is all about clothing. I've done one on toiletries and pharmacy, and then another one on miscellaneous. So I hope you'll check all 3 out so that you can get your master packing list created and plan ahead and have an amazing trip. So, all right. Grab pencil and paper, open your app, and jot down some things while I'm talking. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them down in the comments. And if you think I've forgotten something, please add that too for other viewers, for me. My list is always evolving. So, all right, let's go. Let's talk about just like morning through night. Let's just go through the day. Now in the morning, you might want some sort of active wear, whether you're gonna hit the gym, take a walk around the resort, take a tennis lesson, take the bike tour. There's lots of reasons that you might want active wear outside of specifically just going to the gym. So my advice is to think, what do you wear when you work out? Just go from your toes up to your head. For me, that's gonna be sneakers, socks, tights, underwear, sports bra, headband. And then I think, okay, well, how many of each do I need? How many days are we going for? How many days do I expect to be active? And then I can figure that out. I don't mind re-wearing sports bra or tights a time or two. I might take, underclothes for each day, but those are small. So once you've been active, you've had a great walk down the beach or checked everything out on resort and got your bearings, you're going to want to get dressed for the day. And you don't really need day clothes. Your day clothes, it's going to be your swimsuit situation. All right. I'm going to talk about instances where you may want something else, but I'll get to that in just a minute. So I'm going to go from your toes to your head. It's a little backward, but just go with me. All right. On your feet, you are going to need some sort of flip-flop, beach slide, something like that. I would warn against the cheap, like $5, like Old Navy flip-flops that can bust. Again, $100 later, you have a pair of flip-flops from the resort gift shop that you don't really like. Take something sturdy that's likely to last your trip. I'm really loving those Birkenstock dupes at Target right now, the plastic ones that come in all the fun colors. I love the Teva Mush Wedge, which is a great option if you like something that's just more secure and also slip resistant. My husband actually wears the Teva Voya. He really likes those a lot. So if you're in the market for something, there's a couple ideas. All right, bathing suits. I would suggest that you take at least 2 or 3. 3, really, because you're gonna rinse them out when you get back from the day because you've been in the pool with your sunscreen and everyone else's, or you've been in the ocean and you just need to rinse them out when you get back. And they may take a day or even a little longer to dry, just depending on what time of year you go or what the air conditioning system is like at the resort where you are. So I really say 3 minimally. And if you're like me, you take one for each day. It's okay. They fit, they're small, they're bathing suits. Go for it. All right, and then you need some sort of cover up. For guys, that could be a t-shirt, that could be like just a button down like camp shirt, whatever they're comfortable in. However, I would advise not doing tank tops because so many resorts do not allow men to wear tank tops or what they often call sleeveless shirts at their restaurants. And so just to avoid that, I would go with something that has sleeves. My husband really likes the dry fit type t-shirt. It's just easier when it's hot and the sunscreen and everything. And he will normally take a t-shirt for like every 2 full days. And I'm the same amount for cover-ups. I will usually take a cover-up that I will repeat once, so I end up taking a cover-up for every 2 full days. The last thing I'm gonna say clothing-wise that you wanna think about is a sun shirt. You could get burned despite your best efforts. Some resorts will put umbrellas down if it's really windy, and you might want that extra protection. My husband plays a lot of volleyball, and by day 3 or 4, 2 beach volleyball games per day, like he needs a little more sun protection than he might need, under the shade of the umbrella. So I would definitely recommend each taking a sun shirt as well. And then of course you're going to need something to put on your head to protect you from the sun, and sunglasses. And I will expand on those 2 things a little more in my miscellaneous video, but I will say here to consider taking 2 pair of sunglasses. Once again, if a pair breaks or they get lost, I've really never seen anything at a resort gift shop that wasn't already expensive because it's designer and then marked up a lot. So take 2 pair, they're tiny. Okay, so there are some occasions where you may want clothes that you can wear with regular undergarments. It might be a rainy day, or it's a slow morning, you just want to go grab some coffee, you're not really ready to put on your swimwear. Perhaps you're gonna have room service for dinner and you're not getting totally dressed head to toe, but you need something nice enough to put on to take your Yeti to your favorite bartender and get a cocktail. So just a few examples where you might want something to wear with regular underclothes, and you don't need to pack anything separate. Ladies, think about your cover-ups. Make 2 of them, 1 or 2 of them, be something that you can wear with normal undergarments. So maybe like a cotton romper, or a cute pair of like flowy shorts and a tank top, a cotton sundress, something that works with regular underclothes but can easily be used for a cover-up as well. And then guys, they can throw on one of their daytime t-shirts, last night's dinner shorts, and they're good to go. So you really do not need to take anything extra. The last thing that you may want to consider for daytime wear is if you're going on an excursion, you're going to want to look into what you may need. And that's going to be specific to whatever you are doing. Okay, now, when you go back to the room, you may want something that you can lounge in for a little while. The resorts generally do provide robes. I find them heavy, cumbersome. They're usually one size. So, if you're 5'4", they're big, they're uncomfortable. So I often will take like a little pajama romper I have for sort of in between the pool and getting ready for dinner, something I can also have on maybe while I'm doing my hair and my makeup. But I've been cold lately. I've noticed on the last couple of trips that I've been a little chilly. So I have been looking for like a thin packable robe, something that is just light, easy to pack. If you have something, will you please link it in the comments and help me out? I've ordered a couple and I've not been happy with them. Like they've been a little scratchy. Like I want something soft, help me out if you can help me out. So I highly recommend taking something for that sort of in-between time. All right, let's talk about evening. I'm gonna go through the guys first, and then I'll talk about what the ladies might need. Okay, guys, you need to check the dress code, okay? It is going to be more specific for you. Almost all resorts are gonna require, at least at 1 or more of their restaurants, closed-toed shoes, long pants, collared shirt. So you wanna make sure that you know how many restaurants require that so that you're prepared. So you wanna look at the app, the website, and look at every restaurant because every restaurant is different, and make sure that you have what you need to eat at the restaurants you want to go to. So I'm gonna say though, for your feet, closed-toed shoes is really the easiest way to go because it will say oftentimes like no flip-flops, elegant sandals are okay, but like what are those? Nobody knows what elegant sandals are. And like even a few years ago, and the no flip-flops was often not on those dress codes. And so my husband included, a lot of guys, it was very much what you saw everywhere were like a nice pair of leather flip-flops for like outdoor restaurants, right? I'm not really seeing that. Last year we did 3 trips and I'm always looking around, just kind of getting ideas from people, right? And I really noticed with the guys, they're pretty much just all wearing closed-toed shoes in the evening. And that doesn't have to be your heavy dress shoes. No, not at all. Something that is light and packable is perfectly fine. My husband really likes the Carlo sneaker from Tom's. And another one that I see that's really popular are the Hey Dudes. They're so light. They're like holding a cloud. So if those are your style, would definitely recommend those. There are so many lightweight, easy, closed-toed shoe options anymore that it's easy to find something. Even an athleisure sneaker will certainly work. All right, now pants and shorts. Likely you're going to need pants for a restaurant or 2, but you're probably going to also be allowed to wear shorts at several restaurants. So again, take a look at your specific restaurants as you determine how many of each you're going to need. You can definitely rewear them. I mean, if you're going for 7 nights, you do not need to take 7 pair of bottoms. You can rewear things a time or 2. You're not in them that long. I would recommend like a golf type material. My husband says those are just much more comfortable. I mean, we often go in July and he is still comfortable. So I would go with something like that. They don't wrinkle as much. They're easy to pack. They're easy to find anymore. You don't have to specifically just go to a golf store to get something like that. Old Navy, Target, Kohl's, they're everywhere. Costco, super easy to find. So that's my recommendation for your bottoms. Okay, for shirts, a lot of resorts will require collared shirts for a restaurant or 2, but they may also allow t-shirts. So you have some options there. My husband just does all collared shirts. It just makes it easier. He will do again, the golf polo type shirts. He'll do the button down camp shirts with all the fun tropical prints. But you could also do a nice t-shirt. I'm not talking like your Under Armour or Avengers t-shirts, but like a nice tropical printed t-shirt or just something very clean. But again, check your dress codes because you may be going to a resort that doesn't allow t-shirts at all. All right, guys, you're set. All right, ladies, what we wear in the evening is basically what you would wear for like a girls' night out or a date night. Just like a fun casual dress or romper, maybe some dress shorts and a dressy top. We have so many options, it can almost be hard to narrow it down. But whatever you wear, just make sure that you're thinking about the specific undergarments that you may need. Now, I will say that my husband and I like to take a picture every night. Seriously, it's date night every night. It's so much fun. And I don't want us to clash. So although he is very capable of packing his own things and choosing his own outfits, I actually do it for him because I want our pictures to look nice. And it's not like we're, have to wear matching outfits, but I just don't want us to have on like 2 super clashing patterns. So that can be something to think about if you want to be a little extra. I know that's a little extra, but it makes it easy on him because every night he's just like, babe, what am I wearing tonight? And I get out my list. I tell him what he wears. So he doesn't mind. I really don't think he minds at all. Okay, you might want to consider a wrap if you are going in the winter months or depending on where you're going. I usually take a wrap on the plane, so I have one, but I will say traveling in March, April, June, July, August, I have never needed a wrap, but I do know friends that travel in the cooler months and they definitely like to have a wrap in the evening in the restaurants. And I do feel like I'm someone who gets cold very easily. So I do like that I have something with me that I can grab if needed. I just haven't needed it. But I would just say whatever you're wearing on the plane to stay warm, make sure it's something that you could wear in a restaurant if you got cold. All right, it's time to go to sleep. You need pajamas. And again, how many you need is going to be dependent upon how many nights you're staying and how willing you are to rewear your pajamas. So just keep that into consideration. And of course, any additional undergarments that you may wish to have throughout the week, make sure those are on your list as well. Okay, I'm gonna leave you with just one tip. If you are checking bags, if you are checking more than one bag, please do not do separate suitcases for each of you. Mix your things. So if one suitcase is lost, you still have a variety of options in that one suitcase for both of you. And I have seen this go sideways, like more than once while at the resort. And every single time it's actually been like the girl re-wearing what she traveled in for dinner every night. And like, luckily had stuffed a swimsuit like in her carry-on. So please be cognizant of that. I just think it's best if you mix and match your things if you are both checking a bag. Okay, that was a lot. I hope that it was helpful. I can't wait to see you in my other videos. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Safe travels. See you soon.